Tonight, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's the AFC Wildcard Round on EA Sports.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wildcard game. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. The Titans set to take over behind their quarterback, Ryan Tannehill.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart. But make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And look there, not a good sight. Gronkowski down. And you just hope it's not that knee again. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Tannehill with a throw caught by Brown. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This is taken at about the 14. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 24. Herbert now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Back to throw here, Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going deep downfield for Ross. Touchdown. John Ross. 42 yards. And the Chargers will strike first here in this wild card matchup. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score. It's
a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a second down at 6. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Now the former Sooner, this is Rodney Anderson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Anderson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And Murray's still down. Maybe shaking up that go-around. Let's hope he's all right. 2nd and 11. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now it's Smith. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Back to throw, Tannehill. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tannehill. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones. 46 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Extra point put through by Succa. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
But that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Finds the open man, it's Mike Williams. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Williams brings it in. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Kelly again. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8 on Dupree. In there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Badgley's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. They'll run it now with Smith. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on 3rd down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just loft one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to punt the football.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Herbert. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. John Ross. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And up 35 before they're able to knock him down. On first down, it's Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. That catch good for only a couple.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Throwing again is Tannehill. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Wide open receiver complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. Des Fitzpatrick, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Titans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. The attention shifts back to Justin Herbert and the Chargers offense. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
I was going to say, now he wants the first-half hat trick, doesn't he?
Oh, without a doubt. Go ahead and fling him on the field, folks. He wants that type of celebration.
There he goes, left side. 20. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. John Ross saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. No return here for QT, so this will come out to the 25. The Titans going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. They'll find Everett there, complete. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Tannehill. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've been the better of the 2 teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
From this vantage point, they've got the lead here, so for me, that'd be enough to go ahead and punt the football and let my defense defend the long field.
If you go for it, you don't get it, then you really put your defense in a tight spot.
Yeah, but we never know what people ultimately will decide to do here on 4th and inches.
And that's going to be good for a Chargers 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This pass finds its way to Williams. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go again with Kelly. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now it's Tannehill. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. 3rd quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL. But if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch, I believe, will put him right at 200 yards for the game. Indeed, it does. 200 yards. He's been incredible. Again, Herbert. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. To survive round one here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Herbert. He's got it. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Kelly. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
And now third and goal coming up. The loss on second down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And they'll run again. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Kelly on 4th down. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Joshua Kelly punching it in from a yard away. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This defense held out as long as they could, but ultimately the running game wears them down from the 1-yard line.
And that gets set up throughout the entire drive, doesn't it? And when you put those big bodies and determination into that carry, the end result, touchdown.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And this is incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And they are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far. And they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill got this complete to Racey McMath. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Tannehill throwing again. A little short pass. This is Everett. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Open man is McMath. Touchdown! Racey McMath, 28 yards. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there. 2nd down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. That's taken in by the tight end, McKinney. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. Herbert going to keep it on his sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
After all the preparation, motion, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They toss it out right to Kelly. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Joshua Kelly, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. One last throw here for Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a bigger prize out there, and they still have an opportunity.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL.